It's an absolute delight for me to be here. I am the son of a scientist who instilled in me all my life the importance of science. But when science meets medicine, that is where the real gains are made for us. So can I acknowledge you, Adi? Can I acknowledge Paul Greenfield, Chairman of the Board, and also Erica Smythe, who I've known through a number of machinations, and particularly in the resource sector, but her contribution here as well. Can I acknowledge my colleague and friend Craig Kelly, who is an important part of this facility, because politicians, all of us, need to stand behind the science that surrounds installations like this and defend them from the reckless and the irresponsible statements we sometimes hear. And Craig has done a very important job in doing that, but also, of course, in supporting the institution itself. So Craig, great to see you here today. Melanie, I haven't had a chance to meet you, but I'll catch up with you shortly. Tom Croucher, the Deputy Mayor of Sutherland Shire, and also representatives from the diagnostic and medical sector. It's great to have you here as well. As I say, it's a great delight to be here. When I was last Minister, which was some time ago now, I came out here to this facility, and whilst it wasn't directly in my portfolio, I was attracted to it because of what it could do, not just in the resource sector and the energy sector where I was the Minister, but also what it could do generally. And Nadia mentioned that half of Australia's population will be on the receiving end of nuclear medicine, so I've already had my turn. I don't want it again, thank you very much. But it does give you an insight and bring you to the conscious in terms of what we do here in Australia and just how far we are advanced in Australia, to the point where in areas we actually lead the world. This is a very important milestone in terms of keeping Australia as a leader in the international world in the supply of nuclear medicines, and the Australian government is pleased to contribute $168.8 million to the ANSTO nuclear medicine project. It's certainly a pleasure to be part of the celebration of this milestone here today, and the fact that not only can we celebrate the advances in science and science medicine in Australia, but we can also celebrate the fact that what comes from these facilities, the radiopharmaceuticals, will supply Australians and save lives well into the future. This facility also means we're able to provide homegrown nuclear medicine to countries across the world, and I think it is astonishing that a country as small as Australia would be not only, well, it's not astonishing that we're leading the world, but it's astonishing that we're actually supplying the world with nuclear medicine and sending it to all parts of the world, and if necessary, to Europe as well. As well as that, of course, this facility will, as it's developed, will give us the opportunity to demonstrate the SynROC technology with the capability to safely and permanently treat nuclear waste, which is all part of the process, all part of maintaining that public confidence in what we do. I think the public generally accept that what we do is of a world standard, is excellent, but they do want to know that when we're finished with the nuclear medicine or the nuclear waste, that we are able to store it in a safe way, and we are in fact able to assist the world in doing that. There are, as you know, 3 parts to this project: the nuclear medicine manufacturing plant, which is the molybdenum-99 plant, which Adi talked about. There's the SynROC component, and the most important component, if we're looking in economic terms, is of course the creation of 250 more jobs. Adi mentioned that this is the second biggest employer in this area. 1,000 people or thereabouts work in this facility, and to do work that is as diverse as design, construction, testing, and the providing and improving up the new facility, as well as, which most people don't associate with this site, the high-end manufacturing work that's done here. These are the manufacturing jobs that Australia will move to in the future, and again, ANSTO here is showing the way that smart technology-based manufacturing jobs will be the sustenance of Australia's economic future. The facility is scheduled, I understand, to begin operation in 2016, and as I say, it won't only be Australia who anticipates it coming online, but of course the rest of the world, and it will produce medicines to assist in terms of the diagnostic tools in relation to the procedures. And I'm told that there are 45 million procedures globally that are using medicines such as these. I guess nuclear medicine is now very much a core part of the modern health system, and we need to be able as a country to satisfy that demand. And as I say, it's incredible that we not only supply our own nuclear medicines and nuclear requirements, but we also supply the world. And the fact is, though, that we have not only an opportunity but a responsibility to cover off on some of the shortfalls that may occur in the future. And when you realise that some 70% of the medicine that's produced comes from reactors that are actually under threat, you again realise how important it is to see what we're doing here. The other advantage that we have, of course, and again, we're always conscious of this in terms of nuclear non-proliferation, that the uranium used here is low enriched uranium, which is a far better alternative than some of the higher enriched uraniums that may need to be used were this facility not in existence. So I think it's incredibly difficult, even for someone who's a politician and used to being flowing with words, it is incredibly difficult to explain how important this facility is. It's incredibly difficult to explain how important Lucas Heights is. It is an integral part of Australia's standard of living, our quality of life. Now that's something that we're going to demonstrate more and more with facilities like this. It's a message that we, and Craig, myself and everyone else who goes out in the community needs to continue to push, because it is facilities like this that not only, as I say, supply so many important high-end jobs, but actually save lives and improve the quality of life right around the world that we should be trumpeting. This is something all Australians should be proud of, and I am certainly delighted and very proud to be part of this ceremony today. Thank you very much.